Hello everyone, Cami here. Welcome to my channel. Today I will make the video I promised, and this is gonna be our joint debt as far as my debt and my husband's debt. We have been using our credit cards throughout this whole pandemic. I will be very transparent. I feel like I'll be as transparent as I can be, just because I feel like trying to hide stuff will confuse me, you know, like trying to hide numbers, trying to hide income and all of that will confuse me a lot. And I honestly don't mind sharing my income, my debt, all of our numbers, just as long as I am comfortable with it. So for right now I am, and if there's anything like negative comments, I know I got a couple. I think I got one negative comment last time when it comes to my budgeting. Like, if you don't like how I budget, if you don't like the way I do it, you don't have to watch my videos, you don't have to do anything. My income is very low. I'm very transparent with that. I have a baby and I'm trying to make it work with what we have and trying to reach our financial goals. So if you're trying to mirror whatever negativity you have with your life, with your budget, go ahead, do it somewhere else, but not in my channel, because your comment is just gonna get deleted and it will not be thought of ever again. And I will also block your account from commenting on my videos ever again. So just a little disclosure before I start this, because these are real numbers, so these are very personal. Not a lot of people are comfortable talking about numbers. Not a lot of people are comfortable about talking about debt and, you know, everything else. But, you know, I like talking about these numbers. I'm honestly like so passionate about it. But I really want to be out of debt with my family, and I want to increase our income. And we have really big financial goals, and I feel like trying to reach for it and sharing with you guys is something that I can contribute to. A lot of people that are, you know, young and very low income as myself. So I'm, you know, gonna keep doing it, set aside all the negative people, and we're not gonna care about them. But yeah, this is actually my monthly planner, which is my budget planner. It's from EC, and this is like a custom of my baby. When I had my, I think I was 24 weeks pregnant at this time, so she was still small in there, and I just really love it. It encourages me a lot. So I will open up with you guys on my debt. I know I did a debt-free video before when I was still single, but now I have, you know, gotten married. So when you marry, you combine all your finances, you combine all of your debt, you combine everything, and we have a baby. We're working through stuff with a very low income. So I'm just gonna use this blank sheet of paper to kind of show you guys. I think I will title it as Debt-Free Journey, I guess. I'm gonna put it right here. I think it's fitting that I put this in the very first page of this budgeting debt journey. Oh my god, I can't multitask, so I'm just gonna do debt journey, whatever. But as I was saying, I think it's just appropriate to put this at the very first page of this budgeting notebook. So I have my numbers on a paper right here, just so I can reference the real numbers that I have and so I don't mess up. So I'm gonna list down all of our debt right here first. So some of these look familiar, and some of them you're probably gonna shake your head because you don't agree, but that's okay. Everybody's debt-free journey is different. So the very first thing I'm gonna put here, I'm not listing them in any specific order, like it's not highest to lowest, it's just jumbled all together. I'm gonna do that on my debt updates, which I will do every first week of the month. So whatever number I have on the very first week of every month, I will just continue on, even though some payments haven't gone through, even though some interests haven't been taken out. I'm just gonna keep doing it every beginning of the month, every first week of the month, just for the sake of consistency. So the first thing I'm gonna put down here is actually my ring, my engagement ring right here. So this one was a heavy one because I actually didn't know this at all, that this was gonna be a thing. I was very clear with my husband if he was ever gonna propose or whatever. I did not want an expensive ring, but he did get me an expensive ring. And that's just the choice he made. He's that type of person. He did it by, you know, borrowing money. That's the decision he made. And then I have Robin's, which is our bank. And I'm gonna put a T right here because that's the Robin's for my husband. So I call him Taba, that's why it's T. And then Robin's K, because I do have my own Robin's credit card. And then he has two Capital One cards. Capital One. Sorry, I'm kind of sick, so I sound congested because my nose is very runny, like I have sinus infection or something. And Capital 1, 2. So these two were mainly used to renovate this place. That's what he used it for. And then my Condren's one, which used to be State Bank, I think, and they changed their name. So this one, I've had this credit card since 2015. As soon as I arrived in the US, I was able to build my credit because my dad used me as a co-signer to his car, and that helped out my credit a lot, so it boosted it up, and then I wasted it. And then I have Firestone right here because right around the time when we were about to have my baby, our car broke down. Not broke down, the AC stopped working, and I didn't want to, you know, hoard around my kid around town, like from doctor's appointments to from the hospital to the house, and it being like super hot. So we had to fix the AC, and you guys know AC is not cheap, and we didn't have a car maintenance. Like, we weren't doing cash envelope, and we weren't budgeting together at this time because I wasn't making any like concrete income, so I was alright with him covering for me, but in his own way of budgeting. But now that I'm starting to make income, I actually wanted to budget our money together. Alright, so my last one is my student loan. I do have student loan, and it sucks because I'm not really in my field of where I use that student loan with, so it's annoying. I'm just gonna use a pencil to kind of break this even. I always am so scared that I don't make sense with these videos, just because in my head it makes sense, but probably in other people's mind it doesn't make sense. I'm gonna put down right here, I'm gonna put down the starting, like what we owe in each category before. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm not using a sticker, just so like we can kind of do this together, because my debt snowball, which what we're gonna do, this debt snowball, is gonna be sticker. Like, I'm gonna use sticker for that one. And then the current, I'm gonna use pink. And then I'm just gonna do one more section here. It's probably slanted, but I'm gonna put my minimum here. Like, how much is my minimum per month for these? As always, if you have any questions about anything, please let me know in the comments down below if you're confused about what I'm doing. But I know a lot of you guys are like budgeting savvy, so I know you guys got me, you know. This is my ring right here, which I had another one, which was the wedding band. It came with two. It's very expensive, so he got this ring for $3,500. And again, it comes with the wedding band and insurance as well. And then his Robin's actually is $1,800. My Robin's is $1,500. I already did the math for this, but I will still calculate in front of you just to make sure. And then the Capital One, the first Capital One card is $3,200. So this is a lot. And then the second Capital One is $1,300. And then my Condren's, my State Bank one, is $3,900. They gave this to me when I was like fresh out from like a third world country, so I was just, you know, I was so happy. I was like, oh my god, I have this much money. Firestone is $1,000 because we had to fix the AC, and then my student loan is $8,000. So that's everything, like the starting balance. So $3,500 plus $1,800 plus $1,500 Am I doing this right? Okay, 3,200, 1,300 again, 3,900, 1,000, and then 8,000 is 24,200 is our initial debt as a couple, as a married couple. So now I'm gonna talk about how much we've paid off from us just budgeting separately and us just making the minimum payments for a long time now. So for the ring, what we owe right now this very second, September 6, 2020, on the ring is $2,863.60. And then for my husband's Robin's credit card, he owes $1,719.23. And then for my Robin's credit card, it's $1,400. So this one hasn't really gone down because I've used this, which is not good. 79. And then my husband's Capital One is 3,000, still 3,000, 127.32. For the second Capital One, it's 1,161.74. And then for my Candence one, I'm still at 3,876.32. And then the Firestone actually is 1,036, and you're probably wondering why it's over the minimum. It's because my husband missed the payment last time, so that the payment we just paid it, hasn't gone through yet. But that was frustrating because we went over. Then student loan is 7,157.92. So initially for my student loan, I was gonna start paying the minimum, but since the pandemic, we actually don't have to pay the minimum yet till April. Actually, mine is pushed until April. Like, there's no interest and there's no minimum payment monthly, so I'm actually gonna not pay it until April. And some of you guys probably don't agree with that, but that just works for us because I'm really focusing on our lower debts, and we're gonna talk about that more later. But I'm not gonna do minimum payments on my student loan until April. So 2,863.60 plus 1,719. Sorry if I'm really slow with this, but I really can't see, and I usually have my head over here, but I'm trying not to. So 23 plus 1,494 point, is that a 7? Yeah, 79 plus 3,127. This is making me nauseous. 0.32. Oh my gosh. And then 1,161.74 plus 3,876.32 plus 1,036 plus 7,157.92 equals to 22,436.92. So that is our current debt amount as of today. And I just want to show you guys the minimum payments for these and how we got to the 541 in my September budget. So this one is actually 130. The minimum for the Robins is 35 for my husband, and then 30 for me. And then for the Capital One, it's 101. For the Capital 2, it's 25. And these can fluctuate because these are credit card debts. When you actually pay off a lot of it, it goes down the minimum. You guys know that. The Cadence is 110 as of right now. The Firestone is 35, and the student loan is 75, and that equals to 541. But since I'm not going to be doing the minimums for the student loan right now, my minimum is going to change to 467. So let's just double check with that. So 130 plus 35 plus 30 plus 101 is 25 plus 110 plus 35. Oh, actually it's 466. Let's make sure that's right. 130 plus 35, 30, 101, 25, 110 plus 35. 466. Never mind. That's our minimum payment every month until April, and then it goes to 541 again. Hopefully we would pay off most of these. Our goal actually is to pay off Firestone first. So that's our lowest one, so that's why we're gonna go with that one first. I'm not doing the debt avalanche. You kind of go based on the APR. So we're just gonna go with our lowest one, which is, you know, Firestone. We're actually gonna jump on the ring next because I really want to go ahead and eliminate that. I'm not really following Dave Ramsey. I'm just kind of doing a little bit of what he says, a little bit of what I think is good. That's just what we're planning right now, and I don't know what we're gonna do next, but I know this one is our goal for this year. Like whatever's left of this year, I really want to pay off Firestone, so I hope we get to do that. And the reason why our goal is very low is because our income is very low, and we have other things like I really want to save money because I feel like if we had an emergency fund, we won't be going back into debt again. And some of you guys, actually a lot of you guys agreed with that, so I think that's really good. So just for funsies, 200 minus 22, is that 436.92? We're just gonna see how much we actually paid off, just like doing our minimums and other stuff. So let's do that. So 200 minus 22,436.92. We made a little bit of progress with doing what we were doing, but it wasn't enough. We definitely need to go hard on this and actually stop using the credit cards because we have been using them, like I said. That's how much we paid off so far. It's very small, and I feel like our progress is gonna be small, but you know, it's not a race. It's whatever works for you, and the progress, just as long as you're making progress and you're not going back to debt, I feel like that's a really, really good way to get yourself out of debt. Just do it slowly. You don't have to like race with anyone else. Just do it in your own pace, in your own journey, you know, with your husband, your family, or just by yourself. You can do it. We can all do it, and just as long as we're encouraging each other, I feel like it's, you know, it's possible. I hope I didn't give you that much of a headache with how much debt we had, but we'll see. I'm gonna look back with these videos and I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, we were that much in debt, and yay, we're completely debt free. That would be amazing. But for right now, we have to tackle this. But I'm actually gonna go and tend to my baby. I will see you on my next video. Bye.